Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election and its aftermath. Unless, as Bola Tinubu, the president that was sworn in on May 29, 2023, as the winner of the February 25 presidential election, unless he returned the price of fuel to what it was before his declaration that fuel subsidy had been removed, this country is going to be crippled economically from Wednesday. Nigerian Labour Congress will shut down this country. And the propaganda that they are spreading, especially by his men, including Festus, Keyamo, including Bayo and Onanuga, will not save the day. Because their propaganda right now is that Ajaero, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress, and the TUC leader, that they are playing the scripts of Peter Obi and the Labour Party. Nothing could be further from the truth. You see, this propaganda will not help them. What they should do is to advise President Bola Tinubu to return the price of fuel to what it was before his announcement on May 29th. So the price of fuel should be returned to what it was on May 28th. That is my reading of the whole thing. This propaganda that Ajaero, Nigerian Labour Congress, they are playing the card of Labour Party and Peter Obi, it will not help them. The reason why it will not help them is because Nigerians cannot be deceived. People are paying 300% more than they paid for transport now because of the removal of that fuel subsidy without making provision for amelioration of the hardship that will follow. Okay, no palliatives. Throughout Nigeria's history of subsidy removal, there had always been palliatives. From Shopee to what have you, there had always been palliatives, no matter how imperfect they may be. Now, this blackmail of that Labour, why should Labour go on strike, that Labour had been partisan because Labour supported Peter Obi. Labour had always supported their candidate. They have always had a candidate since Labour Party, Nigerian Labour Party was formed in 2002. Labour Party had always had a candidate. So 2023 is not the first time that Labour Party is having a candidate. Because it's having a candidate, therefore, it cannot be able to protest, go on strike again. No, you can't blackmail them with that and it won't work anyways. Because the pockets of Nigerians are leaking so badly because of the hole that APC had caught on it. 300% leakage. Nigerians are hemorrhaging in their finances because of the removal of the fuel subsidy without making provision for how Nigerians are going to survive it. No palliative at all. And the Labour is going on strike on Wednesday if their conditions are not met by Tuesday, then they will go on Wednesday. That is a fact. So anybody blackmailing them will not work. Labour had always been partisan. Labour Party is the brainchild of Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress. They are the major stakeholders in the party. So they have always been there. And it had not stopped them from going on strike. Don't forget, Labour Party was registered as a political party in 2002. Now cast your mind back, how many strikes that Labour Party had led because of fuel subsidy removal. And then when they do it in 2023, you say that they are being partisan. No, it's not true. The only reason why APC and the spokespeople of Tinubu are talking is because Peter Obi did so well. This is the first time the Labour Party did so well, and many strongly believe that Labour Party actually won the presidential election, but for alleged rigging. This is the best all-time performance of Labour Party since 2002 that it has been contesting presidential elections. So they want to use that to blackmail them, that because Peter Obi was their candidate. So if they are angry and upset that Nigerians are suffering, they can't go on strike. Because if they do so, it will be termed that they are working for Peter Obi. That blackmail will not work. And I can tell from my reading of Nigeria Labour Congress, their preparedness for this oncoming strike. It is going to be total lockdown. They don't dare this Labour Congress. What the Tinubu should do is to call them to a meeting and revert the price back to what it was on May 28th. Then there will be peace, industrial peace in the country. Because you can't use because Peter Obi did well, therefore, and Labour Party was frontal in saying that they support Peter Obi, that they will back him. They declared their support from him in several public interfaces that Peter Obi had with them. They declared that he is their candidate. And because besides, Peter Obi was running on the platform of their party. They are the ones that formed the Labour Party. Ordinarily, common sense shows that they will back their party member, their party candidate. So it's a given. Okay? Now, why people are making so much noise about Peter Obi is because Peter Obi, when he became the candidate of the party in 2023, he performed so well that many, as I said earlier, believe that he won the election. But even in the allocation of votes, the vote that INEC allocated to Peter Obi is over 6 million votes. It was the best that any of their candidates had ever done. In fact, if I don't know how many people will remember the Labour Party presidential candidate in 2019, Alhaji Usman Zaki. I doubt even many Nigerians could remember him or wrap their heads around somebody like that. But he was a candidate in 2019, just 4 years ago. And he got a measly 5,074 votes. That was what he got. Now, compared to what Peter Obi did. So it's obvious that Peter Obi was considered a threat to the ruling party. So it's easier for them to now begin to accuse Labour of being partisan because they want to go on strike. Because the subsidy was removed without putting palliatives in place. In fact, one of the other lies they are doing is to say that Peter Obi also said that he will remove subsidy. So if they back Peter Obi that said he will remove subsidy, why are they now opposing Bola Tinubu for removing subsidy? Well, Peter Obi, they didn't understand what Peter Obi was talking about. Peter Obi was talking about 50% removal of it in the first stage. And besides, Nigerian Labour Congress have given their own templates, their conditionalities for the removal of subsidy. And they made it clear that for you to remove subsidy, first of all, you have to ensure that there is the refineries in the country are working. You must ensure that not only that the refineries are working, that people are paid living wages. Okay, that if refineries are working in the country, it means that there will be no need for importation of fuel. These are some of the conditionalities that Labour had given over the years. Even the former Labour president, Ajaero, he was always itemizing this. I remember there was a time during the campaign when Festus Keyamo was tackling Labour Congress that what are they saying about Peter Obi? That Peter Obi said that he's going to remove the fuel subsidy. And they are still supporting Peter Obi. They better come clean. The Festus Keyamo issued a statement like that during the campaign. You can go and check it. Nigerian Labour Congress replied him They told him they have their own conditionalities that must be met. So I can tell you for free, if Peter Obi had been announced as the winner of the February 25th election, and Peter Obi unilaterally removed fuel subsidy on May 29th, he will face the same challenge that Aswad is facing right now. There will be opposition because Nigerians cannot afford to bear the brunt of the failure of those in power. Because you know, one of the reasons they used to give Nigerians why the fuel is the subsidy is too high, and that Nigeria is supplying fuel to Benin Republic illegally, to Cameroon, to all these places, all our neighbors. That's not the business of Nigeria. That's why governments are elected. The government of Muhammad Buhari failed woefully to stop those smuggling. Now Tinubu has entered, so it is the responsibility of Tinubu until the Supreme Court says he's no longer the president. Right now that he has been sworn in, it is his responsibility to ensure that all our borders are policed, so that no drop, no liter of fuel is leaving Nigeria to Cameroon, to Benin Republic, to Mali, or wherever that they goes outside Nigeria, to Chad, wherever. It is the responsibility of the government. If you know you cannot police the borders, then you have no choice. According to Nigerian Labour Congress, you have no choice but to continue to pay the subsidy. You cannot allow Nigerians to suffer. Poor Nigerians who depend on cheaper fuel to be able to survive, run their businesses, to suffer because of your ineptitude, your incapacity, your failure to police our borders, to stop fuel from going to Cameroon, to stop imported fuel from going to Niger, to Chad, to other parts of Africa. It's not the business of the average farmer in Maiduguri. It's not the business of the average farmer in Borno, in Taraba, in Enugu State, in Oshobo. It's not his business. Your job, that's why they pay you humongous amounts as president and commander-in-chief. That's why you receive so much extra posts, because your job is to police our borders. So if there are immigration people, custom people, military people, naval people, those who are supposed to police our borders, you put them on the spot. That's what Tinubu is supposed to do first. If he had not been able to meet the other requirements that Labour Congress was talking about, that of local self-sufficiency. Local self-sufficiency. And if you look at the interface that Peter Obi had with Labour, Peter Obi talked about making sure that the refineries in Nigeria are working, including the modular refineries. And he also talked about the fact that he wants to be paying them in dollars, no, in naira, sorry. That they will be buying fuel from Nigerian refiners and in naira. So Peter Obi didn't just say that he's going to, immediately he enters, that he's going to remove it like that without putting palliatives. No, he said he will remove it from day one. But I can tell you for free that if he had been the one that was sworn on May 29th, he will put the palliatives ahead of removing. He would have announced the palliative right there at Ego Square. Tinubu announced his own without any palliative. But I can tell you for free, if it was Peter Obi that stood at that Ego Square on May 29th, Peter Obi will announce that the subsidy has been removed. These are the palliatives. This is how it's going to work. And I can tell you for free that by May 28, 27, 28, Peter Obi must have met with the Nigerian Labour Congress and discussed, because Nigerian Labour Congress and TUC are major stakeholders in Nigeria's subsidy regime issue, because the vast majority of Nigerians over the years have always relied on the Nigerian Labour Congress to show them direction on the issue of subsidy. Okay? The ordinary man in the street, many of them do not belong to any union. They are just struggling on their own. But the organized level, is the voice, had remained the voice of ordinary Nigerians for years, and nobody can dispute that. And that voice that they have remained cannot be shut down because as Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election. Because of that, Labour cannot go on strike. No. The right to go on strike is a right that is given to all workers in Nigeria, and Labour Congress represent that. So those who are spreading the propaganda that this strike that will take place on Wednesday is an instigation of the Labour Party or instigation of Peter Obi, they are missing the point. Peter Obi has no hand whatsoever in this matter, because if Peter Obi had been the one that announced that kind of unilateral removal of subsidy, he will face the consequences, okay, that Tinubu will face if he doesn't revert back, if he doesn't return back to the status quo ante by Tuesday. This country will be shut down by Labour. I can tell you that for free. I have spoken with some of their leaders. I sounded them out, and they are ready to shut down this country economically. So the best thing that Tinubu should do is to return the price back to what it was on May 28th. And then the money that had already been budgeted to pay for subsidy until the end of June, they better release that money and settle that one so that the price will revert back to what it was. And then then the negotiation can continue. Because that is even the elementary condition one of the elementary conditions that Labour Congress gave, that first of all, Tinubu must revert the price of fuel back to what it was on May 28th, before his announcement on May 29th. I think that explains. I hope this explains some things about those who are trying to blame Peter Obi for the actions of Nigeria Labour Congress, or to blame the Labour Party for the actions of Nigeria Labour Congress. Nigeria Labour Congress is an independent organization, despite the fact that it has a political party that he wants to use to push the agenda of the labor movement in Nigeria. So that is basically what I want to share here. So do not buy into the propaganda that Nigeria Labour Congress is doing what it's doing because of Peter Obi or because of the Labour Party. That's the propaganda that the government is trying to use against them. It's not true. They have been going on strike over fuel subsidy since anyone can remember. They have been going on strike. Even after forming Labour Party in 2002, look at all these series of strikes we have gone through because of fuel subsidy. Labour Party have been at the center of it. They may not have achieved. Nigeria Labour Congress have been at the center of it. They may not have achieved some of the purpose for which the strike was announced or declared. Everything they wanted, they have not gotten it, obviously. But you cannot take that right away or take that fact away that they have been at the center of leading opposition against fuel subsidy. Whether it was removed by Obasanjo, or it was removed by Ajaero, or it was removed by Jonathan, or it was removed by Buhari, they have always been there to protest against it. That is the fact. So it has nothing to do with Peter Obi. It has nothing to do with the Labour Party, and it has nothing to do with Ajaero, because right now they are trying to say that Ajaero is doing what he's doing because of Peter Obi, okay, which is another blackmail. They want to use this to divide the Labour movement in Nigeria, so that maybe some people in Lagos will say they will not go on strike. They are daydreaming. Nigerian Labour Congress, from what I have seen them, they are one. They know that Bola Tinubu cannot love them better than their leaders in Abuja who are projecting their interests. If any state fail not to participate, that state will be digging its grave in terms of labor movement in Nigeria, because your state governor will turn you into what do I call it? Into slaves. Workers in those states, they will become slaves of the state governors. So I don't think that this blackmail they are doing, that Labour Party, Labour movement, Nigerian Labour Congress is doing the bidding of Labour Party and Peter Obi. They want to use it to divide the strike. It will not work. From my reading of it, no state will not lock down in this strike that is coming on Wednesday. I'm telling you that for free. So they should, this propaganda by Festus, Keyamo, by Bayo, Onanuga, and all the rest of them on the Twitter space and all these things, they should just go and rest. They should just go and rest. If they have any advice to give to his wife, he should return the price of fuel to what it was on May 28th. Then industrial peace will return, and then negotiation with Nigerian Labour Congress will go ahead. And we hope at that process there will be better negotiation on how to provide palliatives for the suffering over 133 million Nigerians who have been declared to be extremely poor in this country, and who are bearing the brunt of this astronomical increase in price of fuel as a result of subsidy removal. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you and yours. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.